Welcome back. Well, coming up this month, this Thursday actually, we're going to have a brand new show for you. It's called Food, Friends, and Fun. And we have the hosts of that show, Barbara and Bob Powell. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It is great to have you both on. I'll reach over there. Yeah. Good to see you, Bob. Yeah. All right. Now, first, we got to find out, how did the show come about and whose idea was it?
Well, okay, it was my idea. So you can blame me if you don't like it. I majored in nutrition, and I'm passionate about food, so is Bob. And we wanted to reach out to the seniors in our community and see if we could encourage them to start cooking again, because a lot of folks don't really cook.
That's true.
They eat, and maybe not eating so well either. So that was our goal.
Yeah, that's very true.
But we wanted to make it fun as well as educational. So we took our theater background of singing, dancing, and a little bit of sketch comedy, and wrapped it all up in a big bunch of fun.
Yeah, you did. And Bob, although Barbara emphasized right now the food, that is really maybe about half, not even half of at least of the first show, about 1/3 of that show, right?
You're right.
There's a lot more to it, like the sketch comedy part.
Right. By way of background, about 7 or 8 years ago, Barbara was working, I was retired. She saw an article in the Globe about a radio show. She says, why don't you go audition? That's how we got started in this whole thing. We did many performances with Theater Guild and the Old Pros.
Right.
And it kind of evolved. She's always wanted to write something, so she ended up writing a few shows for our monthly meetings a couple years ago. And now it's evolved to this point where this is our first TV experience. And she wrote, produced, and directed this thing, so it's been a dream for her. And for me too. You know, we couldn't do this anywhere else. We're a big fish in a small pond here in Laguna Woods. We could not do this anywhere else, so it was kind of fun putting it together and experiencing the whole TV thing.
Yeah, and you had some great people on, right?
Yes, yeah, we have, shall we give a
Sure.
teaser?
Please do.
So, we like the old-fashioned shows, and we think most of our residents do too. So we have Sue Brown in the character of Ernestine from Laugh-In, and she's dead on. I mean, you were laughing so hard, I thought the camera was going to be shaking.
It was very funny.
And so that's kind of a lead into the Instacart segment, where we educate people about how that process works.
Right.
The things you were too embarrassed to ask.
Yeah,
Which a lot of us are. We see stuff and we're like, gosh, everyone must know what that is or how to do it, but I don't. And so we're hoping maybe people can write in about things that they're embarrassed to ask about, and then we can navigate that process for them.
Yeah, and of course, getting back to the food segment, what you kind of did in this one is, here's a basic dish that you can make, and from there you can make 2 or 3 others, right?
Right.
And so therefore, especially if you were single, or maybe even a couple that's busy, this is a way that you can kind of stretch what you're doing, both in time and in your shopping as well.
Exactly.
Am I right?
Exactly. It's batch cooking, and so you take a basic ingredient and you dress it up in different ways. Like, I call it the little black dress of cooking.
Right.
And so, you know, put on a set of pearls or a scarf, and we're just doing that with food.
Yeah, exactly. Bob, you mentioned the radio shows and all. Do you have a background beyond that, before that, and doing some acting or performing in any way?
My parents had me in tap dancing lessons when I was 8 and 9 years old, but since then, nothing.
All right.
Nothing till the radio show when I got here.
And you've been living here for what, 10, 11 years?
Something like that, yeah.
What about you? Your background, obviously you said nutrition.
Yes.
But did you have any performance background?
Absolutely not. I actually had stage fright all my life.
Yeah.
And I know. Bob conned me into helping with makeup, and I'd be doing makeup and singing backstage, and people would say, well, why don't you, get on camera or get on stage? I was like, oh no, I could never do that. And then I got conned into it slowly but surely, and here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you ended up really liking it, obviously.
Yes, yes.
And both of you still with the Theater Guild or with the Old Pros?
Yes,
on
both.
a regular basis?
Both clubs.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do that as well. You got a play or anything you're coming up with them?
Not this year.
Okay. Well, you're going to be busy with the show.
We're going to be
right?
busy with the show.
Correct.
We have something in February that we're doing with our old director, Terry Fizet. It's going to be
so that's February of next year.
of next year.
2018.
Right.
This show consists of, as Zeus said, we got the food, we got the sketch comedy and all. And you put it together, it had to take you a little bit of time because you really kind of wrote everything out.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything was scripted. And
Yeah, it was.
not having any experience, it was, I wasn't sure what to do and to try to get the flow. It was challenging.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Because we have the music pieces, it's cooking for one, so the song and the dance go with the theme of cooking for one. So it kind of actually flowed once we got the concept. It flowed. I hope everyone will think it flowed well.
Yeah, and you did tie everything together. It was great how you would take one character and kind of move them on to the next character, the Ernestine character, move her on to the next set and all.
And you guys did a great job of editing, and everyone on set was so kind.
Well, it was fun to do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Because we were nervous, we had no experience, and everyone was just so gracious.
And it was funny because she was doing Ernestine, and Sue?
Sue Brown.
And we have a couple guys here who are a little bit younger,
Yeah.
Under 30. And
Probably
one of
didn't know
them,
her.
I had to say, do you know who that character is? It was like, well, no, I had to kind of look it up. I didn't really know.
I was wondering why he was on his phone going, who the
Yeah.
heck is this? Yeah.
And of course, the people watching will know.
Oh,
she did a great job.
She had never done that character before.
Really?
Ever. And has
Wow.
done a lot of theater, a little bit of directing, and a couple of but no.
Yeah,
It was a
she did
dream
a
come
great-
true for
she did a
her.
really good job.
And she will be a recurring character, everybody, so.
Very good. Yeah. Now, the first show, as I said, is coming on Thursdays. It's going to be at 10 o'clock. And it's a half hour long. We got the food, we got a little dance, we got the sketchy, and you talk about Instacart,
We
right?
talk about Instacart.
Yeah.
Because Staters, if you go to Staters where most of us shop, there are banners everywhere at the checkout counter. It says use Instacart.
Right.
And it's like Amazon Prime only.
Right.
It's quite a bit less expensive, and it shops from a lot of stores in the area. So if you don't feel well,
Right.
or you've got company coming and you don't have time, we tried it. It was really.
Yeah, it works pretty well then.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
seamless.
I was surprised, especially for people who don't drive who live here. It's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
For $150 a year, you pay an annual membership fee, and then if you order more than $35 each time, there's no additional charge.
Yeah, and that's great.
Right.
Considering Costco, driving over there, walking through
Right.
the parking lot, walking to the store, check out, and getting back home, versus having your online input and then having a guy deliver it to you 3 hours later and bring it right into your
Yeah.
kitchen. It's pretty good, especially if you don't drive.
Right, and I guess for some people, there may be people who live here who are, who are old enough that many, many, many years ago,
Yes.
that was not uncommon to call your mom and pop grocery store
Exactly.
and tell them what you wanted, and they deliver it.
And they even knew, oh, do you want the usual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How many kids are home? Okay, 5 gallons
Right.
of milk.
So this is kind of coming back
It
again.
is, it's full circle.
Yeah, and I think you talked about the fact that while there may be other services, they may not be available in the area, or they could cost more. You have the Amazon Prime or Amazon Food, and I know I wanted to try it once, or we can get something in a couple hours. Where I live, it's not available yet. So I hear it works very well, but
Yeah.
certain areas aren't available. And I think this is a great option. So that's fun. So people will learn about that. You
Yes.
get
Right.
some entertainment, you'll get some cooking tips, and you find about a service that you can take advantage of.
We've got everything except dancing bears.
Okay.
Next time.
Next time.
we'll have
All right,
dancing
and you're working on your next show
and
already?
spinning plates and
Yes, we are.
we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right, really good. So the show is Food, Friends, and Fun. It is on Thursdays at 10 o'clock with the Powells, Barbara and Bob, and they're going to have different guests on there. I think you will really enjoy it. We did while we were taping it in here. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
Yes.
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, congratulations on a new show.
Well, thanks.
Yay.
All right, we'll see a lot more of you. and people really enjoy it, definitely.
Thank you.
Very good. Very
Thanks.
well done. We'll be right back.